Hello, Corey from the BachScholar YouTube channel. I hope you're having a great day. This is a quick update video for you on the state of BachScholar and what's going on. And I have some really good news for you. Here's my studio, my piano, my computer, and my whiteboard. This is where I work pretty much every day. Following this little talk here, I've included an excerpt from a tutorial series that I just did on Schumann's very famous Träumerei, a 90-minute tutorial series on just a 3-minute piece. There's 7 videos on this. 7 videos that totaled 1 super slow video and 6 videos, each devoted to just 4 measures of Schumann's Träumerei. It's only a 24-measure piece. It's a 3-minute piece, 90 minutes of tutorials on that. It is not on YouTube, but if you join the Well-Rounded Pianist, you can have access to those. I've included, though, after this talk, just a little taste, sort of a recap of my tutorial series in which I play through the Träumerei with a metronome, and I show how it's possible to play romantic music expressively using a metronome. Anyway, that's after this little talk here. I just wanted to have a little update for you here that I just discovered recently, you know, and I don't know how long it was on there for, but it really surprised me actually, because I've been teaching piano now on Skype full-time, online piano lessons on Skype all over the world full-time since 2012. It's now October 2018. Okay, so it's been a little over 6 years now, and I just discovered recently, I don't know how long I've been there, but I am #1 on Google now. #1 on Google. If you type in piano lessons Skype or Skype piano lessons, the BachScholar website is #1 right now. So I consider myself to be quite honored to be #1 in, I think it's the US. I don't know if it's other countries, I'm not sure, but it's really amazing, quite amazing. I'm really kind of flattered to be there, but I've been teaching piano now for about 35 years, and I consider myself to be an expert teacher, and that's what I want to bring to you. Here's the thing though, YouTube, I don't know, YouTube just doesn't have it all. YouTube, I can't make a living on YouTube, okay? So, yeah, I make a little money through ads on YouTube, but let me just tell you, it's about enough to pay my family's cell phone bills, okay? I'll just put it at that. The money I make on YouTube is about enough to pay a couple bills, cell phone bill, maybe a water bill, something like that. So it's not substantial at all. I don't make a living on YouTube, okay? I make free videos for YouTube, but I can't make a living on free videos. This is what I do for a living, okay? So my website, Well-Rounded Pianist, is devoted to tutorials. I do not make tutorials anymore for YouTube. I've quit that for the past year. So if you want access to tutorials, if you want to learn piano from an expert piano teacher who has 35 years experience and who's #1 on Google now, join the Well-Rounded Pianist, and you'll have access to now nearly 1,500 videos. As I just told you, I've just finished a 7-part series on Schumann's Träumerei. It's a 3-minute piece. I spent 90 minutes on a 3-minute piece. Overhead view, telling all the fingerings, all the pedalings, all the expression. You know, I put my heart and soul into 3 minutes, okay? That's how I make my living. I can't upload these to YouTube. It's too valuable of information for me to be just, you know, making these things and uploading them for free And what do I get? Yeah, I can pay my cell phone bill and maybe my water bill with my YouTube money. That's pretty pathetic. Pretty pathetic. Okay? So if you want to help me out and support me and also learn piano from one of the finest piano teachers in the world, join the Well-Rounded Pianist. Okay, so now just enjoy a little clip here of a recap where I play Troi with a metronome, and I play it expressively with a metronome, and I show you how it's done. This is a recap from the 90-minute tutorial series on Schumann's Troi. So until we meet again, bye. Hello and welcome back. This is the sixth and final video in the series of Schumann's Troi. And we've covered all the sections already, but in this video we're going to recap everything. And I'm going to play through the whole piece 2 times. The first time I played through it, I'm going to play slower than the performance speed. By the way, the performance speed, I think, a good performance speed is about 48 per quarter note. It's a little slower than what most people play, but it allows for great expression. So I'm going to play it first with pedal, with all the details, slower than 48, but I'll play it very slowly and talk while I'm playing it to recap everything. And then I'll play it again a final time with no or less talking at about performance speed. So let's try it, and we will play with repeats here. So let's try this. Okay, so with pedal, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and hold the pedal, crescendo. Change the pedal here. 1 and 2 and 3. No pedal there. And pedal. Hold the pedal down, crescendo. Now change the pedal. Back into tempo here. No pedal, pedal. No pedal, pedal. Change the pedal. No pedal on these bass notes. Very steady. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. And remember that's a soft note. And 4 and crescendo. Soft on that chord there. Crescendo. D crescendo on that. Pedal. No pedal. Pedal. No pedal. Pedal. No pedal. Pedal. Here's the loud point. You want to be a little louder here. D crescendo here, softer. Take your time there. Now we're starting in tempo here. This is exactly like the beginning. And I like to roll the chord there. Take your time. Take your time here. Very soft at the end. That's a little under speed, okay? But you're actually doing very well if you can play at that speed clearly, with good pedaling, and with a good sound. So you always want to strive for a beautiful sound. Strive for an absolutely beautiful sound. Don't never play harshly, never pound notes down. Always play as if the piano is singing. The piano has a singing tone, that you're bringing out the singing tone. It's like kneading dough. When baking bread, the people who bake bread, they knead dough. This is the feeling you want your fingers. You don't want a stiff feeling like this. You want a nice, supple feeling like this, okay? Now, I'm going to put it on the metronome now, 48. But notice that I will take some retardandos. So when I do retardandos, I'll ignore the metronome. And when the phrase starts back up again after the retardandos, then I'll go back into speed with the metronome. So it is possible to employ so-called rubato even when you're using a metronome. You don't have to always play exactly in time, but most of the piece, about 70% of it, will be in time. Probably about 30% of it will be out of time with retardandos and maybe some slight stretching things out. Okay, so I'm going to leave this on just to show you how it can be done with a metronome musically. 1, 2, 3. So that was Troi with a metronome at performance speed, at least the speed that I consider performance speed. And you can hear that it sounds very musical. It doesn't sound mechanical. So it is possible to practice with a metronome, not mechanically. Okay, most people, when they think of metronomes, they think, oh, it's going to be mechanical. But that is not the case. You can actually use the metronome quite effectively in this piece here, just to make sure that when you want to be in speed, you are in speed. So it doesn't, you don't speed up or slow down. And I hope you got something out of this tutorial series. And until we meet again, thank you and goodbye.